Every day in the small town of Port Moresby, things are pretty much quiet. Same old things happen every once in a while, with nothing exciting to be worrying about. But tonight, 48 of the greatest countries will compete for one goal to become the next great Supreme Champion of the Chao Racing Universe. And we're about to find out the golden answer right now, as CETV presents the year-end's biggest event in Chao Racing history, the 2024 Chao Racing Tournament of Champions. Hello, I'm your Commissioner Donald Weisenheimer, and in just a moment, 48 of the nations will compete for the right to become Supreme Champion for the 2024 championship season. Countries like Brazil, Canada, Kenya, Mexico, the USA, and of course the host country Papua New Guinea are just some of the many countries competing in this year's tournament. So when we come back, we're going to start with the opening round of this year's tournament champions, so don't miss out on all the fun when we see this. So, for this opening round of play, we will alternate races on the Pearl and Ruby courses. Lee Clayton will guide you for the 8 Pearl course races, while Ralph Mahomes will guide you for the play-by-play on the 8 Ruby course races. Let's head down to Lee Clayton for the first Pearl course race on the opening round. Take it away, Lee! Alright, thank you, though. Time to boogie. Here we go, here in Port Moresby tonight. Ross Iganahana of the host country Papua New Guinea takes on Hagen Bosia of India and Olga Morrison of Haiti. The fans are on the feet for each of the 3 respective country sections in the audience and attendance. Everyone ready to get this tournament underway? Yes, we are. Let's go down to the Pearl course and start off the 2024 Chao Racing Tournament Champions on this 34th annual event. Everyone's on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, on the Pearl course, they just push the balls on the inside, and whoever makes the finish right first will move on to round 16. It's going to be a close one between Papua New Guinea and India up in the front, and Ross Igana has command of the lead, and he has command of the lead. Papua New Guinea is going to move on, and Ross Igana moves on to round 16 for Papua New Guinea. The fans of Papua New Guinea are on their feet towards running it back this year. Well done by Ross. We'll see you in round 16. Ralph, you got it. Let's head on to Ruby course for race number 2. Alright, here we are on the Ruby course. Well, Monte John of Guatemala, Ermi Palan of Israel, and Madeira Morano of Venezuela will take part in this first Ruby course race on the opening round. And they just swim across the other side of the pool area. And the first person to make it to the finish line, regardless of the standing, will get to face Ross Igahana of Papua New Guinea in round 16. Good luck to the 3 participants. This race is underway! Alright, here comes the 3 participants from Guatemala, Israel, and Venezuela. It's a close contest on the front. Number 2 has command lead, but Madeira Morano of Venezuela now making it past for number 2, and Venezuela has command lead. Can anybody stop Venezuela from making it to the round 16? Oh, it's going to be a close one no matter what. And Monte with Pimas, but it's not going to be enough. Madeira Morano advances to round 16 for Venezuela. And we are back for the more exciting action and rebound after this. We're just getting started. Don't go away. Alright, Lee, who do we have for race number 3 over the opening round? Well, we have Dana Wang of Malaysia, Bozan Manwandos of the Netherlands, and Kai Legros from Kenya, as they compete one step closer towards earning the Supreme Crown this year. Let's find out which team will earn the spirit from the respective cheering sections in the Port Moresby audience today. Please start the race! And Dana Wang is one of us. That means Posan and Kaizan will have the opening edge, but I think Kaizan may be the better man over Posan at the current moment. Kenya has won back-to-back tournament champions before, and it looks like they're trying to go for number 3 this year. Kaizan of Lagos moves on to round 16 for Kenya. They're going for the 3rd victory in the last 4 years they participate in tournament champions. See you, Kenya, in round 16. Ralph, who do we have for race number 4? Well, he is Hu Tao Jang of Korea. Tarja Bain of Finland, and Mariana Bobao of Spain. And the winner of this race will get to face Kenya in round 16. So good luck to the participants of Korea, Finland, and Spain in the opening round of play. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place! Alright, we course match number 2 for race number 4 on the opening round, and it looks like Hu Tao-jung has command lead for Team Korea. Koreans are on their feet cheering on. The other two ninjas trying to have enough spirit to catch up, but it looks like Hu Tao-jung is going to lead Korea to round 16. If no one gets speed bumps before Korea makes their way to its finish line. And there we have it. Now it's him with the speed bumps, but it's too late. Hu Tao-jung moves on to round 16 for Korea. And there's more coming up after we see this. Alright, this next race will feature last year's runner-up. That's right, Bobby Kei of the USA, looking for his redemption as he prepares to take on Omar Stu from Tanzania and Gomen John from Panama. So, USA fans, Bobby really needs your help if he wants to get his second time to charm this year. Everyone's on the clock on the power course, and this race is on the way. Alright, Bobby Kei, trying to fulfill his redemption. First, he has to take on Tanzania and Panama as he pushes on the other side of the rainbow path. Come on, USA. Bobby Kei needs enough support. Can he beat out the other two in a hurry? Yes, he will be. Bobby Kei beats out Tanzania and Panama. USA is on the way towards redemption for 2024. Ralph, who is going to face USA in round 16? Well, we'll find out as Yodev Elk of Sweden, Reggie Amanda from Japan, and Gemma Quano from Madagascar compete in race number 6 here on the recourse section. So who's gonna face Bobby Kei and USA in round 16? The answer is just on his head. We'll find out soon enough, and here we go. They are off. Alright, and one of the chance for the rest as Reggie Amanda from Japan will start things off for Japan, but here comes Gemma Quano from Madagascar, and a few hundred fans from Madagascar are on their feet, cheering on with African pride for this lovely Port Moresby crowd. No one's going to get speedless, so the winner of this race is Gemma Quano from Madagascar. They're going to face Bobby Kei in the USA. Coming up, we got more exciting races in the round, but first, let's hear a word from this. Alright, let's head over to lucky race number 7 of the opening round. Alright, here we are and back on the power course, and one that's going to have the lucky 7 dip. That will be Gojo Mena from DRC, Sei Jialu from China, or could it be Doris Pattybutt from the Dominican Republic? Let's find out the answer right now. Best of luck to the next 3 nations, and please start the race. And those is one of us. So the DRC and China will have the opening edge. Seijalu has a little bit more strength ahead of Gojo Menace right now. I do believe China is going to move on to the round 16. No doubt about here, folks. China is going to the round 16 thanks to Jade Jialu. The Chinese people are celebrating in the section right now. They're going to round 16. Let's send down the round for race number 8. And now to complete the first half of the opening round of play, we have Sonico Clay of Chile, Howard J from Togo, and Bedad Pai from Iraq. So the winner will go on to face Seijia Lu and Team China in round 16 as we wrap up the first half of the opening round. This race is underway. Alright, and it looks like Sonico is going to rest. He is getting zonked out. Howard Jane of Togo has come in on the lead, trying to hold off a rally and one still a challenge to come moment. A few hundred fans from Togo on the standing ovation for Howard Jane. They're going to move on to round 16, and there you have it. That's number 76 Beamers. Howard Jane moves on to round 16 for Team Togo. They're going to face Seijialu and Team China in the round 16. And we're halfway through the opening round, folks. Back for the second half of the opening round after this. Alright, welcome back to the Tournament of Champions. It's been an exciting first half, everybody. Lee, it's time to start the second half of race number 9. Who do we have here? Well, here we have last year's third place finalist, Linnaeus Mamana from Brazil. She takes on Vernon Jeffers from Slovakia and Carmen Bailey from Uruguay. Brazil made it this far last year. Can they do it again this year? We're about to find out right now. Please start the race! Alright, Brazil, Slovakia, and Uruguay starting off the second half. Brazilian fans are cheering on Linnaeus. Try and make a grand final return. They've done it once. I think they're going to make their way towards grand final soon enough. Brazil moves on to the round 16 with Linnaeus Mamada. The quest for redemption continues on this hot summer day here in Port Moresby. Ralph, let's continue the action with race number 10 now. Alright, now we have Chris Howard from Australia, Idar Wan from Iran, and Sante Jones from South Africa here on the request as we get ready for race number 10 of the opening round. So whoever wins this race will go on to face Linnaeus Mamada and Team Brazil in the round 16 later on in the show. Best luck to these three nations, and let's have a Chao race! And I think who's going to have an advantage? It's Chris Howard! And the Australians are in a standing ovation cheering on Chris Howard. Australia is going to face Brazil in the round 16 thanks to Chris Howard's swimming strategy. An easy opening round win by Chris Howard as Edon will have speed buzz. Oh well, there's always next time. Australia, you did very well. You're going to face Brazil in round 16. Congratulations, that's fine. Lots more fun after this announcement. Stay tuned. Alright, race number 11 is up next. And for race number 11, we have Janie Petit from France, Nono Claymore from Argentina, and Hijoa Wu from Hong Kong. So let's send out back to the spell course and place balls on the field again. Who is going to be the next country to move on to round 16? The answer is coming up next. Please start the race. Alright, France is on their feet. Argentina is on their feet. Hong Kong is on their feet as they have command and lead. But which one of these countries is going to advance to round 16? Looks like Hijoa is going to rest. That'll give Janie command and lead for Team France. And France moves on as one speed runs on its race with by number 6. So France is going to move on to round 16 thanks to Janie Petit. What a fine effort by the French European country. Ralph, you got it. Race number 12. And now for race number 12, we have Barry Winkler from the United Kingdom, Fedor Juan from Colombia, and Vanoa Elsley from Portugal. As we send down the movie course, let's find out who's going to face Janie Petit and Team France in the round 16, which is coming up in the next round. Good luck to these next 3 teams. Everyone's on the clock, and let's rock this place! And one Stuart Charles for the rest, number 6 to be exact, he'll be left behind the competition, while number 1 has command out of lead, followed by number 7 in second place on the Stuart Chow. But I don't think it doesn't matter anyway. We'll play for the best standing possible, and Portugal has the best position so far with third place. I do believe Portugal will move on to the round 16. Number 1 takes first place, as Benoit Elsley, with third place, moves on to the round 16 for Team Portugal. Portugal is going to face France in the round 16. Back in a bit, do not go away. Okay, lucky number 13 will surely be a lucky day for one of these next 3 opening round participants. Lee, tell us about who will find out the answer momentarily. Well, Donald, lucky race number 13 will have Rossini Glenn from last year's 4th place finalist Mexico, along with Kei Alfonzo from Egypt and Kojan Dejagas from Pakistan. Let's see who's going to have a sunny day of ray of sunshine here at this beautiful day in Port Moresby. Please start the race! Alright, it's Mexico, Egypt, and Pakistan for this next opening round race. And Pakistan is off to a good advantage over the other two participants. Looks like Pakistan going to move on, folks. Kojan Dejagas advances to round 16. The Asian country of Pakistan, a few hundred fans representing the Pakistan fan section, is giving the applause he deserves so much from Kojan. What a deal. Ralph, let's move on to race number 14. And next for race number 14, we have Ufan Westner from Norway, Wefes Santos from Costa Rica, and Drew Clayton from the strong, true north, strong and free Canada. Alright, which one of these countries going to face Pakistan in round 16? Let's find out and let's rock this place. Alright, who's going to have the advantage now? It's Drew Clayton. A few thousand fans from Team Canada's fan section are cheering in a standing ovation for Drew Clayton right now. No one's gonna spoil Drew Clayton's race here in a hurry. And there you have it. Drew Clayton of Canada wins. As once again for this race, we made my number 8. So Canada, with that win, will face Pakistan in round 16. But we're not done with the only round yet. We got 2 more races coming up after we see this. Alright fans, there's just a couple more races left in the opening round, so let's head down to the pole course for race number 15 and Lee. Lee, you got it. Alright, this last pole course race will have Bogan Trues from Singapore, Sean Posey from New Zealand, and Giuliano Cristiano from Italy. Alright, let's place balls on the field one last time tonight and find out who's going to be the next participant, the 15th participant in the round 16 play. Let's have a Chao race! Alright, last pole course race of the opening round. All 3 of these Chao are neck to neck, toe to toe, face to face, head to head. Which one of these nations is going to wind up in the finish line first? It looks like the winner of this race is going to be Sean Posey of New Zealand. So New Zealand's going to move on to round 16 as the 15th participant in round 16. And now we come down to the last race with Ralph on the Ruby course. And now it's time for the last race over the opening round. It's been an exciting opening round thus far for our winners thus far. And now we have come down to the last race before we move on to the round 16. Will the last spot in the round 16 belong to Doman Amjas from Afghanistan, Eric Collins from Belize, or Hejano Arbez from Liberia? Well, we know that the winner will go on to face New Zealand and Sean Posey in round 16 at the end of the round. That's for sure. But let's see who gets a chance at all the glory. Everyone's on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, final race over the opening round. Doman is leading over Evans and Hejano at the current moment. They're catching up in a hurry. They're making way to a Spanish line. And I do believe Afghanistan is going to move on to round 16 and no one gets speed us. Yep, no one's going to get speed us. So Doman Anjas moves on to round 16 for Team Afghanistan. And that's still going to face New Zealand in round 16. Now, back to your commissioner, Donald Weisheimer. Donald. Alright, so that's the opening round. Congratulations to our 16 winning countries for making it to round 16. And thanks to all the other 32 countries for making it thus far for participating in our tournament. We'll be back after this short intermission for round 16. Stay tuned for more assignment here at Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea tonight. Don't go away! Alright, welcome back to the Chao Racing Champions. We still have 16 countries competing for the honor as Supreme Champion this year. And now let's send it down to James Clayton to guide you through the 8 round 16 races on the Athens course. James Clayton, who do we have for race number 1? Well, Donald, the first round 16 race will have the host country, Papua New Guinea, with Ross Igahana. And his opponent is Madeira Morano from Venezuela. So we're going to need all help from the host country's Papua New Guinea fan sections across the stadium if they want to have another Supreme Champion this year for 2024. Try to get one step closer towards a grand final return for host country. Let's see if making it happen. Please start the race! Alright, Papua New Guinea and Venezuela are up first for the round 16. And it's a sunny, hot day here in Port Moresby, especially when they get to host the tournament champions here on Chao Racing. Right now, Ross has command lead, but there goes Madeira heading towards the water along with a couple of Chao. As number 1 will start the speed for this race, and right now, Madeira is battling with number 2 and number 6, number 5, over at the water path. Ross Igahana making the exit towards bridges. And here comes Madeira Morano with his speed race number 2, and down goes Ross Igahana for the count. He's gonna need help if he wants to if they want to continue the road to repeat. He's trying desperately not to get eliminated. As number 2 takes the next speeders, Ross Igahana advances to the round of 8. That was a fierce showdown, and the host country came out on top. What a deal. Back to race number 2 after this. And now, James, how about race number 2? Race number 2 will have Kei Alfonzo from Kenya and Hu Tao Jia from Korea. And the winner will go on to face Ross Igahana and host country Papua New Guinea in the round of 8 later on in the show. So good luck to Kenya and Korea on the continuing quest to become Supreme Champion this year. Let's have a Chao race! Alright, so Kenya's trying their best to get back to the round of 8. Yeah, they want to have another shot at reaching the grand final for the third time in third Supreme Champion in 4 years. Korea also doing their best to try to get the first Supreme Champion for their franchise history. And good strategy by Kaizan. He's going to be heading for the water, and there he goes, using his S-rank swimming ability. And he made it to the other side real quickly, as Hu Tao Jia Korea wins the winning toss, but I think Kenya's going to move on to round 8. They faced Papua New Guinea last year but lost to Kei Alfonzo. Now they're going to have another chance to defeat Papua New Guinea this year. As number 6 takes the next command speeders, Kaizan Allegos from Kenya moves on to the round of 8. So Kenya's going to face Papua New Guinea. They're going to face him again this year. Yep, they're having a rematch with Papua New Guinea. Let's hope the second time will be a charm. Back with race number 3 after these messages. Now it's time for race number 3, featuring the runner-up from last year's tournament champions. That's right, Bobby Kei from the USA will go up against Gemma Quano from Madagascar in this round 16 race. So the USA fan sections really need help from Bobby Kei support if they want another chance to crown their 5th Supreme Champion in franchise history, and they are off. Alright, Bobby Kei continuing his road to redemption for 2024 for all the fans of America, while the African country of Madagascar trying to look for their first grand final appearance in their franchise history. Bobby Kei has command lead, and who's going to get the best speed of this race? It is number 6, and Bobby Kei was scoreless, so he'll have to drop down behind Gemma for the coming one. Meanwhile, number 2 is swimming across the water path, as number 8 takes BUS number 2, and it's going to be a close one between Bobby Kei and Gemma Quano. USA and Madagascar fans are both cheering on the fans with all their spirit from the respective fan sections. But I think Bobby Kei is going to move on to the round of 8. As Skimmer Quala from Madagascar can speed us, USA is going to move one step closer towards the grand final return. Bobby Kei moves on to the round of 8. And we'll find out which of these next superstars will face Bobby Kei in round 8 after we see this. Alright, James, this next race will decide who will face Bobby Kei of the USA in the round 8 coming up in the next round. That's right. It was Carsey Gamos from Team Finland last year. This year it will be decided between Seja Lu of China or Hao and Jane from Togo. So as Bobby Kei celebrates his win back in the locker room, let's see which one or two is going to face Bobby Kei. Please start the race! And Hao and Jane is quarterbacks. That'll give Zhejiang Lu the opening edge for Team China. Let's hope her strategy will pay off for not the only one. Right now, number 2 has command on the lead, followed by Zhejiang Lu battling with number 8. And right now, Zhejiang Lu, she is going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar gets beat is, in just a moment, number 2 gets the first because of his base, and Lucas took a shortcut. It's number 5 to the channel. He will come in first place. That means this race will go to the next best standing. So Adrian Luke currently having the best position so far with second place, as number 7 takes speed as number 5 takes speed as number 2. And Kei Alfonzo has his race all that, ladies and gentlemen, as Hao and Jane take the next few minutes. Lu is going to face Bobby Kei in the USA in the round of 8. Congratulations to China. We are coming back inside the second half of the round 16 opening races, but right now, let's hear a word from this. And now we have last year's third place finalists as we start the second half of the round 16, James. That's right. We have Linnaeus Mamana from Brazil taking on Chris Howard from Australia. So Linnaeus is trying her best to put Brazil one step closer towards a grand final return and have a chance to crown a Supreme Champion this year. This race is underway. Alright, so Brazil and Australia are up next for the round of 16. Chris Howard has exactly 2,500 points in swimming ability, so he's a pretty fast swimmer. Can Linnaeus Marina stop him from reaching the round of 8? There goes both of the opponents as number 7 wins the only toss. Linnaeus prevails with her shortcut strategy, and she's going to put Brazil back in the round of 8. As number 6 takes PS number 2, you can tell he won up for Linnaeus Mamana from Team Brazil. One step closer towards the grand final return and another shot at becoming Supreme Champion for 2024 this year. As number 2 will close that spears and a hostile round to Team Australia for a great run. Brazil, we will see you in the round of 8, and we will see you right after this. So, the question now is, James, who is going to face Brazil and Linnaeus Mamana in the round of 8? Well, for race number 6, it's going to be either Jamie Petit from France or Venoa Elstree from Portugal. Let's determine the answer to that question right now. The players line up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place. Alright, folks, last year it was Sudan with Bagro Hagro who faced Brazil, and of course he was defeated by Suman Loss. This year it's going to be either France or Portugal who's going to have the right to face Brazil in this year's round of 8 race. And right now, Vernon and Janie are both heading for the water along with number 2. As number 6 wins the winning toss for this race. And right now, Janie, Benoa, and number 2 are swimming across the water path. As number 1, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, takes PS number 2. Benoa has command in the lead. Janie trying to catch up with Benoa for the lead up in front to make it towards the finish line. I think Portugal is going to move on to round 8. Number 8 Spears was too late, and Venora Elmsley advances to the round 8. She's gonna face Linus Morano here in Brazil. Portugal's in the round 8, and there's more something coming up. Okay, James, there's a couple more spots we had to fill up for the next round. That's right, one of those spots will belong to either Kojan De Jagos from Pakistan or Drew Clayton from Canada. So, Pakistan and Canada fan sessions, get ready. One of you folks will move on to the round 8, and we want to closer to crowning a Supreme Champion this year. Who is it gonna be? There's only one way to find out. Please start the race! Alright, here comes Pakistan and Canada's participants. And Kojan is quarterback, which means Drew Clayton will have control for Team Canada. We in the North is cheering on the True North strong and free for all the Canadian fans in our fan section. And as number 2 heads for the water, it is number 6 who will start the spears for this race. And after number 2 is going to rest, he is going to make his way to his finish line, and he will come in first place, which means this race will go to the next best standing. As number 6 opens this one up with back-to-back spears, number 2 is taking first place, and right now going with second place is Drew Clayton from Team Canada, trying to wrap things up over Kojan De Jagos from Pakistan. The Canadians are going to be happy with this run, no doubt about it. As number 1 takes next man's spears, Drew Clayton advances to the round of 8 for Team Canada, as number 6 will cross out spears. So with second place, Canada moves on to round 8, and we'll find out who will face Canada round 8 with his next race after we see this. And now we have one more spot to fill up in round 8 before we proceed to the next round, James. All we have left, Donald, are Sean Polsey from New Zealand and Damon Oranges from Afghanistan. So who's going to face Drew Clayton of Canada when the round 8 happens in the next segment? There's only one way to find out. Good luck to New Zealand and good luck to Afghanistan as the respective fan sections chew on in a standing ovation. The final race of round 8 is about to begin momentarily, so let's have a Chao race! And number 1 is going to be, so he will be left behind in the crowd. New Zealand and Afghanistan are fighting for the final spot in the round 8 when it happens coming up in the next segment. Right now it is Damon who is leading over Sean as they make their way towards the bridges. They're both heading away towards bridges. And who's going to get the first speed bus on the last race in the round 16? We're about to find out right now. It is Sean Polsey from New Zealand who got a speed bus, trying back with Damon Oranges for the lead over Afghanistan. And number 2 is swimming across the water path, as the superstar that gets speed bus number 2 is number 1. And here comes the 2 participants from New Zealand and Afghanistan, making way towards top hill, and it's going to be a close one down towards the goal line. I do believe New Zealand is going to move on to round 8. Sean Polsey moves on to the round 8. And that concludes the round 16 for this year's tournament. Back to you, Donald Weisenheimer. So another round is in the books. Thanks to all of the other 8 nations for coming this far in our tournament, and congratulations to our 8 winning countries for their victories in the round 16. We'll be back after the short intermission to present the round of 8, where 4 of these participants will move on to the grand final and will have a shot at becoming Supreme Champion. Don't go away, our tournament will continue after our intermission. Welcome back to the Tournament of Champions. So as we know, we started out the tournament with 48 countries all vying for the spot as Supreme Champion. Some hopes were shattered while some were leading way towards glory. We now went down to 16 in the previous round. Now we are down to just 8 semi-finalists, still vying for the right to become Supreme Champion for the 2024 championship season. Let's go right now to Bernard Fulgerson for the first race of the round of 8. Bernard, who do we have for the round of 8 to start things off? Well, according to the lineup, Donald, it is actually a rematch of one of the round of 8 races from last year. Last year it was Kei Alfonzo who prepared over on Guaranos. This year the participants are Ross Igahana from the host country of Papua New Guinea against Kaisan Alegos from Kenya. And it's pretty much the same scenario because last year, according to the two matchups, they have an S-rank in power ability, which means they have a good game when they're straight for climbing out the wall. This year, the two Chao have an S-rank in swimming ability, so this could be a key factor on whoever wins this race as they make their way towards the pool area. But let's see which one of these swimmers will prevail. Let's go over to the Sapphire course and start the round 8. It's Papua New Guinea versus Kenya, round 2, to start off the round 8 for 2024. Good luck to Papua New Guinea and good luck to Kenya. Everyone is on the clock, so without further ado, let's have a Chao race! Alright, Papua New Guinea and Kenya, thousands of fans from each of the respective fan section countries cheering on Ross and Kaisan as they make their way towards the checkered path on the Sapphire course to start things off. Ross has command and lead with Kaisan battling a couple to a Chao on the back. And who's going to get the first POS on the round 8? It's number 1. And look at that. A couple to a Chao going to rest. So he moves up to the lead with 6 to a Chao. And poor number 8 gains straight last place. As he takes POS by number 2, but that didn't have a lot of effort that time. Ross Igahana is first to climb on the wall. Kaisan still has the chance to catch up. They're making their way past the waterfall right now. Who's going to go to the grand final this year? Next BS belongs to number 7. And look at this. Ross is going to rest. That means Kaisan and Lagos will command the lead for Team Kenya. And there goes Kaisan, making their way towards the pool area, whilst also doing his best to stay alive. But as number 2 is taking next BS, Kaisan and Lagos is going to the grand final for Team Kenya. And our hearts go out to Papua New Guinea on being a great host this year. Kenya, we'll see you in the grand final, and we'll see you right after this. Well, Bernard, let's see if USA can make a grand final return this year, shall we? I agree with you 100%. Bobby Kei from the USA will be taking on Zhai Lu from China in our second round of 8 race on the Sapphire course. So USA fans, let's try to make a grand final return as we prepare to overcome the Heartbreakers. Please start the race! Alright, Bobby Kei of the USA facing off against Zhai Lu of Team China. Bobby Kei has command lead and down he goes for the count. Zhai Lu trying to catch up to our leader Bobby Kei. And Bobby Kei is going to rest. Now gives Zhai Lu command and lead for Team China. But Bobby Kei still has a chance to beat Zhai Lu and make a grand final return this year, as number 2 will start as US for this race. And poor number 8 is getting left behind in the competition once again. This time he's not going to get his POS in time. Looks like he's going to hit the wall first. And look at this! Bobby Kei with POS number 2, and he makes the pass from Zhai Lu, who is going to rest. So Bobby Kei regains control and lead for the second time in this race. And there he goes. He's making way towards finish line right now. As the next POS will be made by Zhai Lu for Team China. But Bobby Kei should have enough swimming power to defend the lead over Zhai Lu of Team China. Looks like the USA is going to have a second chance to crown the 5th Supreme Champion this year. As number 6 takes the next BMUS, Bobby Kei is finalist number 2 for 2024 Tournament Champions. A grand final return from the USA, and all the American fans are celebrating. Let's hope the second time we get charged for Bobby Kei, and there's more something coming up. Do not go away. Well, there we go, Bernard. USA is in the grand final this year. Now, who do we have for race number 3? Well, Donald, for the first spot in this year's grand final, it will be determined between Linnaeus Marana from Brazil versus Benoit Elmsford from Portugal. So let's see if Brazil will get another chance at crowning another Supreme Champion, or if Portugal will get a chance to crown another Supreme Champion. This race is underway. Alright, it's Brazil and Portugal in the third round of 8 race this year. And number 8 is Guerrero, so he'll be left behind the competition. And right now, Venoa's getting help from all her Portugal fans, and Linnaeus is scoreless. So Venoa Elstree will have full control of the lead for Team Portugal. As the first superstar against Peepers is number 6, who's trying desperately to catch up the crowd. And right now, number 5 is scoreless. That means he'll have to drop down to last place of the HR right now, as he will take Peepers number 2. Benoa has command of the lead, followed by Linnaeus of Team Brazil, as they make their way past the waterfall. Benoa trying to defend the lead over Linnaeus Mamana as they make their way towards the home stretch. And here comes Linnaeus Mamana with the next command spears. Benoa Elstree is the first post home stretch. Here comes Linnaeus Mamana for Team Brazil. And there goes Benoa Elstree with the next command spears. And she is going to lift Portugal to the grand final this year. Benoa Elstree wins the race, as no 6 will cross out as Peepers. So with that, Peepers, Benoa Elstree is finalist number 3. It's Kenya, USA, Portugal, and who else in the grand final? We'll find out after we see this. So it's Kenya, the USA, Portugal, and in just a moment, either Canada or New Zealand will join those 3 nations in the grand final. Tell us all about race number 4, Bernard. All we have left in the round of 8 are Drew Clayton from Canada and Sean Moresby from New Zealand. One of them is going to go to the grand final, while the other will have to settle for a classification 5 for 8 race. Let's see who's going to join Kenya, USA, and Portugal for the right to vie for this year's Supreme Championship crown. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race. Alright, so Canada and New Zealand both work hard to get this far in the tournament, but only one of those countries will reach the grand final. The other will have to settle for a classification 5 for 8 consolation race. Who is going to reach the grand final and have a shot to become Supreme Champion this year? Drew Clayton and Sean Moresby are neck to neck right now, and down goes Sean Moresby for the count. And who's going to get the first Peepers this time around? It is going to be number 1 who will get the first Peepers. He desperately needs help, and he got it. That should move up a place that time. The Silver Challenge climbing up the stone wall, trying to catch up with about 2 competitors from Canada and New Zealand. And who gets PS number 2? It is Drew Clayton from Team Canada, trying to get the cheering from his Canadian fans in his sections. Sean Moresby first home stretch, and Drew Clayton's making pass from Sean Moresby as number 8 takes the next command spears, and Drew Clayton has command of the lead. Sean Moresby won't be able to catch up to Drew Clayton in time. Drew Clayton is finalist number 4 from Team Canada, as number 7 goes on spears. So Canada is finalist number 4 in the round of 8. That completes the round of 8. Back to you, Donald Weisenheimer. So the 4 finalists vying the crown as Supreme Champion are Kenya, USA, Portugal, and Canada. We'd like to congratulate these 4 countries on making this final tournament. Each of them will receive an automatic bid to next year's 2025 tournament champions. One of them will crown Supreme Champion momentarily and will get the honor to host next year's 2025 tournament champions. Don't go away, there's more stuff coming up with a classification 5 for 8 race after these words. Alright, welcome back. In just a couple of moments from now, we will determine our new Supreme Champion for the Chao Racing Universe. Right now, we're going to do a classification race to determine the placements of 5th to 8th place. You know how we did it last year? Well, we're doing this every year from now on to give the losing round of 8 participants another chance to shine in hopes of having just for fun. So this will be determined for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th place in the final standings. Let's go right now to Stevie Fallison to determine the classification of 5th to 8th place. Stevie, take it away. Alright, thank you, Don. Here it is. For the determination of placements 5th for 8th in the final standings of the 2024 Chao Racing Tournament Champions, we have Ross Igahana from the host country Papua New Guinea, Sejong Liu from China, Linnaeus Mamana from Brazil, and Sean Moresby from New Zealand. Let's go down to the Emerald course and find out the determinant placements of 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th place in the final standings. Best of luck to Papua New Guinea, China, Brazil, and New Zealand one more time in this year's tournament. The players will line up, ready to go. Here we go. Everyone is on the ground, so without further ado, let's have a Chao Race! Alright, here we go with our 5th to 8th place classification race. This is like a little consolation race to all of the 4 participants who didn't make it to the grand final. This is just for fun, but this is for determination of 5th to 8th place in the final standings. Right now they're eating food, and Chao Racing of New Zealand has command on the lead, followed by Rene's Bravada of Brazil. And as Sean heads for the water, the first superstar against P-Bus is number 7, who's trying to catch over with the bridges. And there goes Ross Igahana, showing one last support from Papua New Guinea, as he quickly swoops away to the other side of the water path, and Sean Racing is pausing from one, thus giving Ross Igahana a little bit of breathing room to rumble, as number 1, who is way behind the competition, takes P-Bus number 2, and Rene's for scoring the rest, so that will give Zaja a little good chance to catch up a little bit. But there goes Rene's Bravada with the next command spears, and right now it is Chao Racing who is currently sitting in 2nd place, with Ross Igahana from the host country Papua New Guinea in a standing ovation from his homesick crowd, as we head back into Rene's Bravada from Brazil, trying to help his Brazilian fans catch up with a placement here. And looks like Zaja is not looking so good right now. Chico is sitting in 6th place of this race, as number 8, who is also way behind the competition, takes the next command spears. Right now though, it is number 1 who is really way behind the competition. He might need a couple more spears to get back in this one, but it's number 2 who will get the next command spears. And right now Voss has reached the top of the wall, and he is quarterback. And so is Chao Racing, but there goes Ross Igahana with next command spears, giving the support from his hosting country on Port Moresby. And there's number 1, trying desperately to catch up with the yellow Stuart Chow and Harry as he climbs the wall. As number 2 takes his 2nd spears of the race, there goes Ross Igahana, and the standing ovation of Papua New Guinea is going to wind up in 5th place this year. Ross Igahana wins the consolation 5th to 8th place race, as Zaja Lufa trying to take the next best PS. So Papua New Guinea comes in 5th place. Rene's Bravada will come in 6th for Brazil, followed by Chao Racing in 7th for New Zealand. As Zaja Lu with back-to-back PS will wind up in 8th place. Thank you all 4 participants. Papua New Guinea, you've been a great host. And back to you, Don Weisenheimer, for the final standings. So, when we come back, we will find out the determination of our new Supreme Champion. Will it be Kenya, USA, Portugal, or Canada who's going to walk away with our new Supreme Champion and celebration to have the honor of hosting next year's tournament? The answer is coming up when we return for the climax of the 2024 Chao Racing Tournament Champions. Do not go away. And now, the moment you all been waiting for, Chao Racing Universe, this is it. It's time to find out who will determine our new Supreme Champion for the 2024 Championship season. And here to get the grand final underway is our head commissioner on the Chao Racing Universe, Patrick Sweeney. Take it away, Patrick! And here we go, folks. Fasten your seatbelt. We're about to determine our new Supreme Champion for 2024. Will it be Kei Alfonzo from Kenya, Bobby Kei from the USA, Benoit Elsby from Portugal, or Drew Clayton from Canada? Let's go ahead down back to the Emerald course, and audience, count down backwards from 5 wherever you are in the Chao Racing Universe. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's have a Chao Race! Alright. So if you're watching from Kenya, USA, Portugal, or Canada, you're about to have a Supreme Champion momentarily. First, they had to deal with the Emerald course, and they're going to shake the potteries, bring down their coconut shaped food, and now they're going to eat the food. And Canada has command lead with Drew Clayton, followed by Benoit Elsby of Portugal. And it looks like number 1 will start the speeders for this year's grand final. And Benoit is heading for the water, try to get his point from Portugal. Bobby Kei joining along for the USA. And here comes Kei Alfonzo from Team Kenya, who's done it back-to-back years in 2021 and 2022. He takes PS number 2. going for the third Supreme Champion title in 4 years. Right now, he's catching up to Bobby Kei, who is in second place, as number 7 takes the next command spears. And right now, Drew Creighton needs some help from all his Canadian fans if they want to have a second Supreme Champion this year, as Kai's on the leg rolls takes the next command spears, trying desperately to catch up to Vanilla LSV and Bobby Kei, who are fighting for the lead up in the front. Kai's not giving up around fight. He is one of the best swimmers in the league of the 48 countries thus far. As number 1, while the next command spears, leaving pool number 2 in the dust, and pool number 2 is getting straight in last place behind numbers 1 and 7, as they make their way towards the checkered path. What's going to happen next? Well, it looks like number 2 is going to get a chance to catch up with next command spears, and Kai's on the leg rolls is quarterback, so he will have to drop down to 4th place. Now, Bobby Kei has command of the lead, as number 1 will get number 2, and that makes his second speed race. Bobby Kei has command of the lead. Drew Creighton moves up to second place with Team Canada, and now making way towards finish line. Kai's Illegal still has a chance to make a miracle comeback hand with a strategy. There goes Bobby Kei, there goes Drew Creighton, as someone takes the next command spears. Drew Creighton has made a pass, and the Canadian fans are on their feet. Kai's Illegal is making one last effort to stay alive, but it's going to be Canada who's going to walk away with victory. As somebody takes next spears, Drew Creighton wins the 2024 Tournament Champions for Team Canada. Kenya comes in second, the USA takes third. Thank you everyone for a great season, and Canada, when we come back, we're about to crown on your new Supreme Champion, Drew Creighton, after we see this. Alright fans, you know the drill, let's not delay. Let's present the final standings for this year's 34th Annual Chao Racing Tournament Champions. They are as follows. Our third place finalist from Bobby Kei from the USA. Our second place finalist, Kai's on the leg rolls from Kenya. And the winner of this year's 2024 Tournament Champions is Drew Creighton from Canada. We in the North congratulate you, Drew Creighton, on a successful run for the 2024 championship season. And as a special bonus, you have selected Vancouver as the hosting city for next year's 2025 Tournament Champions for Canada. Enjoy your moment of glory, Canada, and we'll see you next year. Thanks to all 48 countries for participating in this year's Chao Racing Tournament Champions. You are all winners no matter what the outcome is, and we hope to do it again next year in Vancouver to present the 2025 Chao Racing Tournament Champions. Until then, we wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and best wishes for a Happy New Year. And let's do it one more time for the 2024 Supreme Champion, Drew Creighton of Canada. See you in Vancouver, everybody, and good night. Thank you for watching the 2024 Chao Racing Tournament Champions. Regular Chao Racing action will return next week at this very same time. This has been a CETV production.